to the bitches and burn, to the witches and bam, in the back of my Dracula. You ride it like a benta. Adrenaline in my soul, something, something, Cody Rhodes. Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Model Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. And today we're going to talk about the only news that matters, and that's good news. McFarlane are really killing it with their vehicles. They're doing a White Knight Batmobile. This is going to be $90, available in June, so right around the corner. And I got to say, it looks lovely. I always rag on McFarlane. It's kind of a joke on the channel that I don't like the action figures, but there are some things that he does so well. Cars, monsters, mechs, robots, demons, all that kind of stuff. And this looks terrific. It really, really does. Honestly, it gives me a bit of a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen kind of vibe. But that's okay, because it just has this great, iconic, long, sleek Batmobile kind of look. It's going to fit the characters. It can go right there in your 1/12 scale collection. Honestly, I dig this. I really do. McFarlane, this one looks like a win. Now we got a gold label McFarlane online store exclusive. It's the Batman glow-in-the-dark. I forgot its name. I don't want to look down to check, but it's going to be available for you to see on the screen, so there you go. It's a glow-in-the-dark re-release of a pre-existing figure. Was it a builder figure? I can't even recall. But it's $30 now, so you don't have to worry about building him. You can buy him brand new. Maybe you could buy him brand new before. I can't keep track. There's a lot of action figures out there. But I got to admit, a glow-in-the-dark gimmick, I do love that. So I wouldn't pick it up, but I do like the design, the crazy cybernetic wings, the future nanotech kind of look. Honestly, it's ticking all the boxes for the aesthetic that Dave kind of enjoys. So as I said, $30 and available online in July. Also from McFarlane, they're doing a gold label Amazon exclusive Shazam 2-pack of Freddie Friedman, is that his name? And Shazam. This is going to be $40 and available, I think, August? Hang on, let me just glance down. I hate glancing down when I do this because it feels so unprofessional. Amazon exclusive, priced $39.99, scheduled to ship out July 26th. Oh, so close to August, but not quite. Nonetheless, though, it's a decent looking 2-pack of a movie that I think everyone has already forgotten. What was I even talking about? No idea. We got some full packaging and reveal images of the WWE TMNT mashup figures. And I honestly think these look super fun. I love a good mashup. What can I say? Just take one thing, smoosh it with another. You got a whole new thing that reminds you of old things, and that just ticks all the boxes for me. And these are going to be exclusive to somewhere in the US and exclusive to Smith's in the UK. Come on, Dave, you can do better than that. Is it Target? Yes, it's Target, but I just love how bright, bold, and popping these boxes are. They look super fun. So if I had these, I'd want to probably keep them in their boxes, just looking bright and vibrant on the shelf. I like bright, colourful things, and these, that's definitely that. Also, there's going to be a Series 2 of these figures with Rey Mysterio as Raphael, Seth Rollins as Leonardo, and Cody Rhodes as Casey Jones. I'm sure he's going to have a fun American Nightmare mask going on there instead of the hockey one. Adrenaline in my soul, something, something, Cody Rhodes. Available on store shelves right now. Hopefully, if this video comes out at the right time, we've got the NECA Mirage TMNT Kirby action figure, which is pretty much Jack Kirby, but not exactly. So this Kirby character appeared in an old issue of the comics where Donatello meets this character Kirby who can make his drawings come to life, which is essentially their homage to Jack Kirby. That's what the character is, and that's what this action figure is. So essentially, if you want a Jack Kirby action figure, this is what you're getting here. And it's so lovely to see. When it comes to OG pillars of the comic book creating community, Jack Kirby deserves the recognition. We got a whole bunch of Stan Lees, especially the Marvel Legends one, which is very nice. But to see Jack Kirby immortalized in action figure form, that's so cool. And NECA have done a fantastic job keeping that Mirage Turtle style. He'll fit right in with the rest of that collection. Honestly, I really love to see this.
Model Behavior will return after these messages.
Folks, I'd like to take a quick break from this video, take a little pause for the cause to tell you about our channel sponsor, Into the AM. Not only did they provide me with this and many other badass looking graphic t-shirts, but they're also dressing my down belows as well with their all-day pants. I say pants in an American fashion because otherwise it would be trousers. But the all-day pants, genuinely, hand on heart, and I'm not just saying this, they're my favorite pair of pants right now because they're so comfortable. You can imagine being the greatest YouTuber ever. I get a lot of people coming for me. I gotta be battle ready at all times. So I can't be wearing tight and restrictive pants that stop me from being able to defend myself at any moment. Luckily, these all-day pants are not only very smart and formal looking, but they're super stretchy. I can have a full-on high-kicking ninja battle wearing these things and then still go and play a round of golf. That's why I love my Into the AM all-day pants. Genuinely, I couldn't give them a higher recommendation, but I will do because I've got a bit more time. Go click the link in the description below and you can get 10% off your order along with all the different discounts and bundle deals that they're already doing. And plus, you know that you're helping out Model Behavior because they're going to see that you do that and go, hey, you know what? The Model Behavior viewers must be some darn well-dressed folks because they're buying our products. We're going to keep on sponsoring his show. So yeah, go check out the all-day pants because genuinely, I wouldn't back a product that I wasn't already a fan of. And these, like I say, they're my new favorite pair of pants. I'm going to be rocking these all summer long, baby. So gang, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for checking out Into the AM. And now, as they always say, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
And now we return to Model Behavior.
To the bitches and burn, to the witches and bam in the back of my Dracula.
So yeah, I know all the lyrics to Rob Zombie, and McFarlane have made a very decent looking Music Maniacs Rob Zombie figure. Going to be $25 and available around about June of, well, this year. Don't know where that sentence was going. I like what they've done with him because Rob Zombie is such a toyetic human being. He's gone that kind of Alice Cooper route with his music of making himself the character and the product, and he's done pretty well out of it, at least in the early 2000s. You couldn't move without hearing Rob Zombie on some movie soundtrack. Better than actually seeing a Rob Zombie movie. I know, fight me. People are like, oh, The Devil's Rejects is good. No, it isn't. But the action figure looks pretty good. So if you want him, then for $25, you can pick him up in June. Now this is a really cool one for Music Maniacs. We're getting Eddie, the Iron Maiden mascot. This is super cool and honestly kind of creeped me out when I was a child. I would always see Iron Maiden albums in music stores with this terrifying looking zombie creature on the front cover and I was like, ooh, not for Dave, thank you. However, now as a grown-up who's not scared of nothing, this guy's super awesome. Still wouldn't want him on my shelf though. A little bit creepy. But for $24.99, you can pick him up in June. And they could do a whole wave of just Eddie because they do this zombie caricature character in every different form, in every different guise. So McFarlane could go nuts with just this guy. But this British soldier outfit he's wearing, very iconic, very cool. I kind of dig it. NECA are going back to Alf, and I gotta say, I love this. Rock and roll Alf. This looks wonderful. Just massive nostalgic hits here. The original NECA Alf figure is terrific. I really love what they did with that. And now they're not just doing a lazy repaint, they're throwing a whole bunch of new stuff and accessories on here with soft goods and all this kind of thing. Gonna be $37.99. At least that's what he's going for on Big Bad Toy Store. And releasing around about August of this year. And that also reminds me that I need to try and get hold of my Dinosaurs Earl Sinclair figure because that one has still eluded me. But NECA, they've been putting out some bangers that I've kind of been seeing and then forgetting about. So yeah, okay, mental note. Go see if you can find yourself an Earl Sinclair after this. And in the meantime, I don't know, maybe put down a sneaky little pre-order for Rock and Roll Alf because he does look super fun. Pre-orders are live for the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Silverhawks Ultimate Dark Bird from Super 7. We never got Silverhawks in the UK. I don't think we did. Whenever I see these figures, they all look brand new to me. Other people, this is probably a deep nostalgic cut, but I never came across them in my childhood. This looks kind of cool though. He looks very threatening and intimidating. And the price is slightly intimidating, but not crazy. It's $54.99, and hopefully he's going to be out a little bit later this month. Mr. Lee over on Instagram has shown a whole bunch of pictures of Storm collectibles at a toy expo showing what they're going to be releasing soon. And there's some good and bad stuff here. I mean, the good is what they're showing. It all looks really cool. Got a whole bunch of Street Fighter, Battle of the Planets, some anime things, like good stuff. Conspicuous by its absence is Mortal Kombat, though. It seems like that has gone the way of the dodo, at least as far as Storm collectibles are concerned. Nothing on the horizon for that franchise. That's a big disappointment. However, as a small mercy, it does look like they still have a lot of great stuff in the pipeline, so don't worry. There's still going to be a lot of stuff for you to spend your money on. But Mortal Kombat ain't one of them. At least not from Storm. Storm also teased a figure from an old video game series, Cho Anaki, I think it is. And this character is Samson from what I understand, but this is just information I've gleaned from some different articles. I am not familiar with this at all, but it looks like a big Roidy Magoo naked muscle man. Okay, well, you know, you put that on your Tinder profile, I'll probably swipe right, so okay, let's see what you got. Amazing Alien and Creature Creator. This is the new 2-pack that's going to be available at Legions Con from Four Horsemen. One of the things I'm most excited about coming back to the UK is I'm finally going to be able to unbox my Cosmic Legions Wave 1 set. Cannot wait to see what these guys are like in hand. And for Legion Con's exclusives, these look super fun as well. Kind of reimaginings of things that exist already, but that's always what's so great about Four Horsemen, is the ability to mix and match and kit bash and throw things together. These look like fun exclusives, and honestly, you know, I wouldn't be mad if I could get my hands on them. In the meantime, though, just can't wait to dive into Series 1. You know they're going to be bangers. I mean, you do. Most of you have already got them in hand. Just when I thought that I'd gotten over the potential FOMO of Mezco Turtles, 5K Toys are showing off the Rage Toys Not Bebop figure. So we've got the Samurai Turtles, who are in no way connected to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and now we're getting some villains for them as well, with this brilliant looking Samurai Edo period Bebop, not Bebop, Warthog Man, I would imagine he's going to be called. But this is just calling to me already. We've only got the unpainted prototype, render type thing here, but dang it looks like so much fun, man. The huge big pot belly, all the details going on there. The fact that by the looks of things, he's going to have so many different parts and accessories that you can swap out, so that you can go for a very feudal Japanese looking character, or one that is much more modern as well, so you can take whichever style or dynamic you want. I'm gonna have to work real hard to resist the urge to dive into this line, because honestly, these are the reiterations on the beloved childhood characters that I really want, and every time I see something new, God, my resolve gets weaker. A lot of retailers are currently projecting that the next wave of Jada Street Fighter figures are going to be available at the end of this year, around about November, December time. They're hoping that they should be getting the stock in, and that's very exciting. Also a little disappointing. I was kind of hoping we would have had them a lot sooner than that. Honestly though, with the quality we've been getting, I don't mind waiting, because this next batch coming up here, they look like a whole bunch of bangers as well, with Blanca, Sagat, Kami, there's another one as well who escapes me, but you can see the pretty pictures. And as you can see, they're not final images either, but that's okay. That's good enough for me, because trust me, 4 figures in, actually no, more than 4 figures, 6 figures in now, I'm already fully committed to the line. Just bring on the rest of them. I'll be adding them to my shelf. Hasbro are going back to their Star Wars Black Series 1-to-1 scale prop replicas with their Boba Fett helmet. This is a very bashed up Boba Fett helmet. I guess it's taken from when he actually escaped from the Sarlacc pit, which honestly is a part of Boba Fett history I choose to ignore. I do believe that the character did escape from the Sarlacc pit, but I don't believe he went on to do all the stuff that we saw in Book of Boba Fett, because that was poopy. However, Boba Fett is still an iconic Star Wars character, still a badass, despite what Disney have gone on to do with the character. You doid it. Look a benta. Jeez Louise. How are we living in such a dark Star Wars timeline? But if you want to forget about that, then you can just put on this helmet, do a bit of cosmic role-playing, and pretend that you escaped from the Sarlacc pit and didn't go on to have a terribly awful TV show. There you go. Buy the helmet, make your own history. $100 available in June. Over in movie news, Cobra Kai's Paul Walter Hauser will apparently be joining the Fantastic Four movie. No idea of who he's going to be playing. This is still very early news for anything regarding Fantastic Four. Nonetheless though, I really love this dude in Cobra Kai. Plus, he's a big pro wrestling fan and has even appeared in a few matches, so he's got a lot of stock with me. So when he pops up in Fantastic Four, I for one am going to be happy to see him. A new image has been released from Alien Romulus. That's just going to whet your appetite a little bit more. Honestly, it really doesn't show much besides just a little shot of the alien's jaw and mouth, but it's enough to get the blood pumping a little bit, because what we're hearing from so many people coming out of this movie is that they're leaning heavily into human practical effects, robotics, real live action stuff, not so much CGI. And that's great to see. There was a video of a little animatronic face hugger running across a floor recently, and that just gave me the goo-goo jeebies. So I'm really hoping this movie will deliver. Of course, using practical effects, men in costumes, doesn't guarantee a good movie, because you know what other movie from the Alien franchise promised that? Alien, whatever the Predator sequel was. Alien vs. Predator Jamboree. I can't remember. Requiem, that was it. Alien vs. Predator Requiem. That used a whole bunch of practical effects and people in suits, and it was absolute garbage water. So that's not guaranteeing a good movie, but so far I've got my fingers crossed, I've got my hopes up. Roll on Alien Romulus. I think we might be in for a good time. Todd Howard, the man behind Fallout, has stated that Season 2 of the hit show is going to be focusing heavily on New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is one of the most beloved Fallout games. I never actually played it myself, but when you talk to people who are big into that universe, they're like, bro, Fallout New Vegas, that's like the pinnacle of Fallout gameplay and storytelling right there. So if we're going to be diving into that for Season 2, honestly, I'm all in. I enjoyed the heck out of Season 1. Actually, the more it went on, the more invested I got with it. The more I started to like the characters and the more reveals they showed, the more I thought, okay, gang, I'm with ya. And then when that last episode ended, I thought, bring on Season 2. So if we're going to be going over to Vegas, son, I'm on board. Who would have ever thought 5 years ago that the Sonic TV movie franchise was just going to be putting out banger after banger after banger? But here we are. In the year of our Lord 2024, Knuckles is the #1 rated most successful Paramount show that they've put on that streaming service. Hey, what a time to be alive. What a time to be a 90s kid who, like, I grew up on Sega Mega Drive, Sonic and Knuckles and the cartridges that you can plug into each other so you can play Sonic 3 with Knuckles. What a time to be a kid. I haven't watched the Knuckles show yet, but I think I might have to, because genuinely, I'm all in on the Sonic cinematic universe. I'm having a great time with this. Exciting news for an upcoming G.I. Joe Snake Eyes game, Atomic Arcade. This is a developer that is made up with a lot of people who were fundamental in making the Batman Arkham Asylum games. They're going to be tackling a new AAA G.I. Joe Snake Eyes game. That's all the information we got. A lot of clickbait articles are going to say Batman Arkham Asylum developers making a Snake Eyes game. That's not entirely true, because that gives you the impression that the exact same team and people who made Arkham Asylum are going to make this. No, just some of the more influential people are. Nonetheless though, the pedigree is there. So of course, being a AAA game, this is going to be several years into the future. But hey, look, we got a lot of cool stuff to tide us over in the meantime. Wolverine's going to be coming out soon. We're going to get Spider-Man 2 DLC. And then probably, I'm guessing, maybe around 2026, we might, fingers crossed, have a pretty badass Snake Eyes game. Mark your calendars, June 5th, 2026, we'll see the theatrical debut of the brand new Masters of the Universe movie. The synopsis for the movie is that Prince Adam is going to crash land on Earth at the age of 10, and he will be powerless without his sword. And I guess he's going to live the next 20 years as a normal human before finding the power sword, becoming He-Man and getting transported back to Eternia. I'm sure that's probably going to upset a few people, and understandably so. That's not the classic story of He-Man at all. And again, it's one of those things where you know that a room full of executives went, well, we can't just tell a fantastical story in a crazy place. There's nothing for people to relate to. Plus, there's no Olive Gardens in Eternia, so who's going to sponsor this movie? I think that's probably a big thing. It's like, we need to have franchises that we can put in the background, and we need cars that can pull perfectly into shot so that we can get some money for this thing. That's probably the logic behind setting a big portion of it on Earth. Nonetheless, though, it's a new live-action Masters of the Universe movie, so that alone at least has my curiosity. Roll on 2026, we'll see what we get. There's a new Batman Arkham game coming out, and it's in VR. that's a little monkey's paw wish there for you. But we're getting, yes, Batman Arkham in VR. There was one before already. Now we're getting a new one, and there's a trailer out for it. So I do love the fact that the Arkham franchise, the Arkham universe is still alive. It's happening. Things are being made, but just not the things that we want, because Rocksteady are busy being forced to make live-action games that, not live-action, live service games. Essentially, things that no one wants to play. And now we're getting Batman, but it's going to be trapped in VR. Although a surprising number of people I know have VR. I thought, oh, no one's playing that. Then a whole bunch of my friends were like, oh no, I've got a VR system, so I guess I'm going to be going over to my friend's house to play Batman Arkham on their VR system. So yeah, I'll let you know what it's like if I get my hands on it. In the meantime though, the trailer at least looks pretty cool. WWE have revealed their poster and new branding for their King and Queen of the Ring event. And honestly, I love the equal opportunities for both male and female superstars, but King of the Ring has a great phrase to it, has a great rhyming sort of scheme. King and Queen of the Ring just sounds awkward. You know what would have worked? Royalty of the Ring. It's 2 R's. It makes perfect sense. That's what they should have gone for. Why aren't you employing Dave in your marketing department? WWE presents Royalty of the Ring. Boom, you're welcome. But no, we're getting King and Queen of the Ring. Super clunky, but hey, I'm sure it'll probably be entertaining. To celebrate the 40th anniversary of Tetris, 7-Eleven, of all things, are teaming up with Tetris to make their own handheld 7-Eleven Tetris games console, because why the heck not? This is really kind of fun, silly. It's going to be years from now, probably a fun little memento, nostalgia piece of the 40th anniversary of Tetris. Not crazy expensive either. This is going to be $30 and it's limited to just 20,000 pieces, which I know that sounds like a lot, but apparently in the grand scheme of things, that's not a huge amount. And not only can you buy it for $30, but you can even use your 7-Eleven rewards points to do it. So yeah, if I was in the US, we had 7-Elevens around, I'd be tempted to pick this little thing up. It looks kind of fun. This is just something really cool I thought I'd share with you. Punk Black, I guess, is a clothing brand or a style brand. I don't know, but what they're doing is showing off a whole bunch of awesome looking X-Men Disney bounding type attires. This is awesome. I need to expand my wardrobe beyond my t-shirt game, which of course is second to none because I get them from Into the AM. Go check out the sponsor. But the rest of my wardrobe, especially my more sort of formal smart attire, dang, if I could put together an X-Men wardrobe like this, oh my goodness. The Magneto, the Gambit, the Bishop, those look so cool. But honestly, any of these designs, I'd rock the heck out of. So this company just doing this little video here, absolutely dig it. I thought you would too. Out of interest, let me know which style that they're showing here would you rock out in the streets? Because honestly, I think they're all bangers. Now, a story that could only come out of Florida, God bless you. The alligator that apparently inspired the character of Alligator Loki was kidnapped. First of all, who kidnaps an alligator? But then that's not where the story ends. The alligator was retrieved by authorities, but then understandably, because it's an alligator, they thought this can't possibly be someone's pet, so they released it out into the wild. So that's the story. But I also love the fact, even though someone's missing their alligator, which is a bit heartbreaking, it means that Alligator Loki is out there having its own little Alligator Loki adventures. At least that's what I like to imagine is happening. So a weird, crazy, ridiculous story, but ultimately, if we're hoping for good things for our little scaly reptilian friend, it's actually quite whimsical. Go on, Alligator Loki! Go seek your fame and fortune out in the Everglades. Have you ever wanted to live in the X-Mansion? I know I have, and there's someone else who knows that too. Airbnb, and they have made an X-Mansion that you can hire out to live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, is where it's based. And I think it's not crazy. It was like $1,000 for the week, but it sleeps 8 people or something like that. Maybe it's a lot more for a lot less. That's not important. What's important are these images and this video of this livable 2D cartoon X-Mansion. Doesn't this just look crazy? When I first saw the images, I thought, this is just an AI thing. Nah, it's actually real. They've made and painted proper 2-dimensional cel-shaded props that you can live in with this X-Mansion. I think this is so cool. This is what good news is all about. Not just action figures, but just crazy, awesome, bizarre, wicked things. If I ever happen to be passing through Albuquerque, New Mexico, I'd be wanting to stop in here because this just looks awesome. Over in Custom Corner, shout out to friend of the show, Robert Hill, who sent me these images of this awesome little Scarlet Spider mashup that he's made. So this is the cel-shaded comic book style Scarlet Spider from the Spider-Verse movie. That's actually really easy to make. With a little bit of popping and bashing, you can get the Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider and the new 2-pack animated Daredevil. That's all this is a combination of, with, just for a nice little touch, the Mayfek Scarlet Spider head plonked on there. And because he's got a few little skills to pay the bills, done a little bit of extra cell shading just to make it all look like it matches. But I thought that's such a simple kit bash that I never thought about when I saw the Daredevil in the 2-pack. Because he's got the arms, the legs, it's all red, it's all got the black shading. That actually works really, really well. So man, big kudos to a very simple idea that was very well executed. Over in Artist Alley, a huge shout out to friend of the show, Chris Oulet. This is a gentleman whose artwork I featured quite a long time ago, but we've been in contact ever since because he was like, hey man, thanks a lot for featuring my art. And I said, brother, you're welcome because it's awesome. This style just instantly resonated with me because I love the crazy hyper detail, but then with the bright, bold, popping colors, it's such a wonderful combination of dynamics. I love that his characters almost look like a little bit caricature, like a little bit ugly because there's so much going on there, but then with all that detail, it's crazy beautiful as well. It's an amazing juxtaposition. And if you like these things like I do, you might want to check out his Kickstarter as well. Again, I don't normally promote like Kickstarters and extra projects, but when it's something that I'm really I'm all in on, then I'm like, you know what guys, you might want to check this out too. So he's got his separate comic book series that he's creating himself and it's available to buy into on Kickstarter. Issue 2 is up there right now for you to get on board with. And honestly, I love the work of someone who's like a self-starter. I mean, heck, that's what this channel is all about. And this dude, man, the talent is on display right there. I love this. I might see if I can get hold of some original artwork myself because that's the kind of thing that I want in a frame on my wall because it just ticks all the model behavior boxes. Bright, bold, colorful, slightly gnarly and hyper detailed. Yeah, I love it, man. Keep up the great work and guys, go check out the Kickstarter. Over in Cosplay Corner, big shout out to Tiara Bree Cosplay. This lady absolutely killing it. It was the Melina cosplay that initially caught my eye. So bright, so bold, so colorful, so ridiculously over-the-top cheesecakey. How could I not feature this lady and her great work? So guys, while you're checking out what she does, let me tell you about the channel sponsor, Into the AM, who gave me this beautiful graphic design t-shirt and also some amazing all-day pants that you can wear in formal occasions and just relaxing at home. Plus, when you pair them up with the amazing t-shirts, you just look like a dapper man about town, ready to step out and just do, I don't know, whatever smartly dressed people do. I wouldn't know. I literally go to work, come home, make YouTube videos. That's my day. But you know what? It's a happy life. So if you want to deck yourself out just like one of your YouTubers over here, you can click the link in the description below. You get 10% off your order because you're one of the Model Behavior good brothers and you get to just sleep soundly at night knowing that you're helping me put more videos out. So gang, thank you so much for checking out the sponsor. Thank you so much to our cosplay artist of the day because dang it, honey, you're absolutely killing the game. Gang, I think it's time to wrap up this episode. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. Thank you so much for checking out the show. What did you think about the items covered? Comment below. Let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons, especially that old thumbs up. Really helps out the algorithm. So I'm told. And if you want to go one step beyond in supporting the channel, help me try and do this for a living, then we can do that by having you join the members section. That was a weirdly constructed sentence. I should script this, but I just don't have an auto cue, so we're just flying by the seat of our pants over here. Honestly, this is how I talk in normal conversation anyway. I'm a lot. I'm a whole handful. So if you join the members section, just like the awesome people scrolling up the screen, that means that when I do the live streams, you can comment in the chat, we can talk directly, you can recommend videos for me to do, and I'll go and do features on different characters and storylines. It's a whole thing. I try to give back as much as I can do as a thank you for you guys helping out the channel. Plus you've got all the archive of members exclusive videos. I think it's a fair bit of bang for your buck. I like to think so anyway. So gang, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.